Hi, my name's Leon Pavlidis, and I'm a Senior Solution Consultant with Innovative APAC, based in Melbourne. Today, I want to take you through a thought leadership discussion on transforming your frontline with modern connected worker technology. Firstly, let me introduce Innovative and what sets us aside. Innovative is a digital transformation pioneer, offering the only connected worker platform that digitises the last kilometre of frontline workers with the organisation's SAP backend systems. Our mobile-based solutions, which run on smartphones, tablets, smartwatches in connected or disconnected modes, integrate GIS operational data and data from SAP backend systems with work instructions, standard operating procedures, checklists, compliance forms, connecting the industrial workforce, machines, workflows, and executives to minimise plant outages and maximise operating margins. For example, we enable remote guided assistance with live videos for experts to guide frontline workers hands-free using smart glasses. There are some key points to think about when discussing digital transformation. Digital transformation is about the implementation of continuous innovation, leveraging the latest and modern technologies to drive productivity improvements. Digital transformation is not a project with an end date. Digital transformation is everyone's new way of operating. Leaders and their teams, including supervisors and contractors, are considered in the journey and need to embrace the new way. Digital transformation is a business project. It's a technology is the key catalyst or enabler to drive productivity improvements without friction or pushback from field workers. With connected worker technology, field workers are able to simply consume digital technology to solve meaningful business challenges. So what's the problem that needs to be solved? Well, the difference between a highly productive workforce versus an unproductive workforce can be very significant. And in terms of cost and in terms of morale, if we looked into your income statement to scrutinise expenses, those workforces using multiple siloed applications and paper-based forms and documents are typically showing up to 4 times the cost. A highly productive workforce with 74% wrench time spends a quarter of the cost keeping the operations running versus an inefficient workforce. A highly productive workforce is geared to make the best possible decisions in the field with confidence, which, by the way, also leads to a safer operating environment and extended life for all assets of that organisation. This also leads to annual savings in capital investment. In addition, we see tribal knowledge of the experienced and ageing workforce walking out the door at a great pace. How do we tap into that knowledge to transfer it to the new generation of field workers? We're anticipating that the new employee leverages all the latest technologies that they grew up with. They expect a consumer-grade experience with regards to all the data that they need to capture to do their job. For example, integration to the warehouse to drive supply chains for spare parts is also a considerable unwanted impost to business. The time spent by a qualified tradesperson chasing spare parts is a hidden cost and adds to the problems that need to be solved. So let's look at the connected worker concept. This slide sets a scene for what a connected worker platform is all about. It shows the different personas that are required for an organisation to operate successfully. There's maintenance, who are the source of demand to get the work done and keep the plant running. The warehouse, the supply side for spare parts, who interact with suppliers to get the right materials at the right time so that maintenance can do their job. And then there's business operations, who are answerable to your customers and need insights to be able to make decisions. The connected worker platform interconnects all 3 personas, together with the technology they use in the field, whether it be smart glasses, barcoding or RFID technologies, together with the SAP backend system of record. Each persona has a unique role to fulfill and therefore needs the requisite information and solutions to interconnect such that they synchronise to drive optimal business efficiencies for all three roles. Each role is seeking to improve their own productivity. Warehouse needs to have visibility of work being planned and executed in the field, and operations and management need to have visibility over activities that happen in the field and in the warehouse to take the decisions and drive improved productivity. So what is a connected worker? Well, frontline workers' daily activities and workflows tend to be time and task-centric, requiring different solutions than traditional office workers. Field workers are not tied to a desk. The connected workers are capable of using various digital tools and data management techniques to improve and integrate their interactions with both physical and virtual surroundings. They're able to make faster, better, safer decisions that enable and optimize a process or a set of processes that they participate in, all of which supports improvement in profit margins, whilst also dramatically improving the working environment. So let's look a little bit more at the connected workforce and the problems, and we've set them aside here as in terms of themes. And these themes are business challenges that we see in the industry on a daily basis. They represent the problems and the challenges that we're directly addressing through our connected worker platform. Let's walk through these themes. So theme one, productivity improvement opportunities exist in many different business processes within an organisation. Theme two, safety is rightfully a key and core consideration for the field worker. Every worker expects a right to come home safely at the end of each day. Field workers work amongst some of the most dangerous business environments. Theme three, what business-wide analytics does an organisation have today to see how operations and maintenance and the warehouse are interacting? And theme four, how do you give field workers the autonomy they need to use their skills and experience to make trusted decisions whilst they're out in the field? What information do they have at their fingertips to do their job and do it safely and comply to corporate and legislative guidelines? And finally, theme five, what's your organisation missing out on by not being connected to the marketplace? What impact does the lack of modern IT systems have on the speed and efficiency that you can react or in fact be proactive to the demand that's occurring in your industry marketplace or industry ecosystem? Maybe some or maybe all of these themes resonate within your organisation. So let's look at the race platform overview, the solution. Our vision was to simplify digital technology consumption and adoption to solve meaningful business challenges. The connected workforce platform is purpose-built for scalability, expanded capability, and decision-making. Cross-company workflows, streamline user experiences, managerial and executive governance, and automation assistance all come together in one platform to improve decisions and increase operational efficiencies. Moving field workers and moving organisations from corrective maintenance to preventive and predictive maintenance based on machine learning, predictive analytics, simulation, health, safety, and risk analytics, and facility automations will take your operation to the next level of efficiency and productivity. Innovative leads the industry with the delivery of connected worker technologies that allow customers to be up and running quickly. No code and low code application configuration capabilities enable customized user experiences tailored to customer specific SAP systems. In the field, work content and data capture improves decision-making and paves the way for predictive, AI-based plant, warehouse, and service delivery automation. Going forward, the ability to use touch speech and vision of users and AI to drive the decisions from data captured from various industrial devices is the future that we envisage. If we look at the slide in a bit more detail, and let's start from the centre and work outwards. So these in the centre are our core foundational technologies. Our patented race technology provides no low-code visual approach to software personalisation, so you can align and realign the business applications and solutions to change at the same pace as your ever-changing business process. It promotes collaboration between your business and IT, so that the whole organisation can participate and benefit from joint application configuration, and therefore optimise solution adoption and return on investment of connected worker technology. Race forms a foundation to deliver our digital forms engine as well, which allows you to digitise all your paper forms, checklists, safety and compliance instructions. It enables online and offline operations and synchronisation of specific data for each persona in the field. It allows a field worker to integrate directly with the SAP backend systems of record and provides workflow and reporting capability for the decision makers. The next circle out represents our business solution, which closely align with the business use cases inside your organisation, from field service through to analytics and dashboards, which represent information from multiple SAP screens onto a single application dashboard on your mobile device, whether it be a smartphone or a tablet. And our work order management solution for field workers to receive work orders with operations, digital forms, technical attachments, details on work instructions, components, and other key information to support the productivities we touched on earlier for those field workers. Then we have operator rounds, specifically for operators to review what checks they need to carry out prior to, during, and after their shift. It also provides details around the data they need to collect. For example, this data feeds into the creation of notifications and work orders if operating readings fall outside the designated tolerance. As we move around to the top now, inspections and checklists are embedded into your work orders and represent all of your paper forms that are converted into digital forms. Inventory and warehouse is a solution for your warehouse and store workers to carry out goods receipts, goods transferred, goods issued, cycle counting, and all the warehouse transactions completely synchronized with the SAP backend, so as to update all of the accounting processes. We also have a fixed asset tracking or physical cycle counting of assets and understanding the location of where your assets reside, and field-based procurement capability. So the outer circle or the outer ring represents technologies that support the delivery of the solutions for business use cases. We have integration with GIS systems. We take information from drones, IoT devices, and use mobile devices such as smartphones and tablets, whether they be Android or Apple iOS, together with barcoding, optical character recognition, portable printers, and finally leveraging wearables such as Apple Watches and smart glasses. And all of this together makes up our solution for our connected worker platform. So here we're looking at a sample screen from within our M work order application. From here, I will launch a video that runs for approximately 3 minutes. The video introduces our connected worker platform. It's a demo of an end-to-end connected use case in a maintenance operating setting, integrating the warehouse with the back-end SAP system of record. It highlights the interaction between different parts of the organisation and using our solution platforms to bridge operational organisational silos. So let's take a look at that video.
Our goal is to help your maintenance organization increase worker productivity. The right web and mobile tools working together can help decrease time spent on unproductive work. For example, let's look at how connecting warehouse and maintenance operations can help avoid coordination delays and time wasted waiting on parts. We will see how different personas, including warehouse managers, order pickers, maintenance managers, and technicians, can work in harmony to increase productivity. We start with the warehouse manager, who can view upcoming work orders on their spare parts control center. These orders are sorted based on priority, required on-site dates, and material availability. The manager can assign order pickers to begin kitting the required parts for these work orders and continue to track their progress until the kits are ready for pickup. On the warehouse floor, order pickers receive their tasks on the M-Inventory mobile app. They open the order and follow instructions to pick spare parts from designated source bins, confirm quantity, and complete staging. This kit is now ready for pickup. Meanwhile, maintenance supervisors can view open work orders and monitor their progress on a maintenance control center. Required on-site dates and other details can be edited here to help prioritize kitting. When kits are ready at the warehouse, this supervisor can assign the work order to a maintenance technician who will first pick up the parts from the warehouse before commencing work. At the plant, technicians receive their work order assignments on the mWorkOrder mobile app. This is accompanied by a list of parts and instructions on how to pick them up. They can head to the on-site warehouse and show a QR code to the warehouse clerk to pick up their kit. The warehouse clerk will scan this QR code with their M-Inventory mobile app, perform a goods issue, and ensure that the right parts are handed over at the right time. The technician is now free to go to the job site and complete their work order. Maintenance managers have full visibility of this on their maintenance control center and can watch as jobs are completed with minimal coordination delays and waiting on spare parts. As you can see, this connected workflow can result in an increase in time available to do productive work, and performance at a plant over time can be compared to other units in the organization. This is the Connected Worker platform.
Okay, so let's have a look at the field worker insights. Let's look into some detail here as we move through towards the end of the presentation. So for example, we have a field worker capability where the field worker insights highlights typical areas of non-productivity that you can see in red. The root cause is a disintegrated nature of processes within a warehouse. And a digital solution highlights the gaps and provides insight into the actions that can be taken. Once those digital solutions have been installed and implemented and adopted across the warehouse, we start to see higher productivity and less, in this case, red space, which is wastage or additional cost to the business. Let's have a look at the Maintenance Control Centre, and it provides operational visibility into work progressions through real-time status reporting, improving the ROI made on digital solutions through the Connected Work Centre, such as this. Problems typically stem from the lack of a single solution platform that is connected to all your SAP systems of record or your SAP ecosystem. The Spare Parts Control Centre, a visual dashboard that shows a real-time tracing of spare parts from demand through supply against the work order, as you saw in the video. Void coordination delays and time wasted on spare parts. Orders are sorted based on priority, required on-site dates and material availability. Pick spare parts from the designated source bins, confirm quantity and staging. The kits can now be ready for pickup. Work order assignment on the M-Work Order application. It's accompanied by a list of parts and instructions on how to pick them up. And they can head to the on-site warehouse and show their QR code to a warehouse clerk and pick up their kit or their pack. Again, as discussed in the video earlier on. Digital work instruction. So how do you manage the ever-growing number of forms that are mandated within the business for data collection? Questions are, who enters all the information? Where do you file the forms? How do you run analysis across all of that data, particularly when the forms get stored into a filing cabinet? Thousands of forms, and the reality is that this is a minefield of inaccurate data that is inaccessible to improve decision-making. The field workers know this, and the focus on collecting all that data may not be where it could be, where it should be. Typically, they don't see there's much in it for themselves. So paperwork becomes quite an onerous task and consumes an inordinate amount of time and has an impact on productivity. However, if we could convert paper forms into our race digital forms, then this means that data being collected is fed into the back-end system and data resides within the SAP system of record. So some great benefits in having a digital solution in that it'll close the skill gap between the experienced and the new workers. It'll help reduce training times and provide consistency across repair procedures and improve safety and compliance. All of which reduces costs, extends asset life, increases plant availability. These all have a positive impact on your balance sheet and income statement. And then it makes the field worker's life much easier by removing the frustration that siloed solutions give to your field workers. Not to mention the multiple SAP screens that a field worker would need to navigate through once they return to a desk to enter all the information they've collected in the field. By the way, they're entering that field information for a second time. The first time was on the paper form. And let's assume that they haven't lost any forms as they've returned to the office to enter the information. So finishing up, Innovaptive is an industry respected provider of connected workforce solutions to asset-intensive organisations. Our focus is with customers across oil and gas, utilities, mining, chemical, and manufacturing. We effectively bridge the gap between the industrial workers and their SAP system of record. We cover solutions across all the core business processes, covering maintenance, operations, and supply chain. And we do that through a mobile solution set that work in an online and offline solution, whether it be Android or Apple iOS. So with that, I'd like to thank you for watching our video. Thank you.